on a network such as SAP Business Network is all about connections.
Nuclear medicine technology is a specialty medical field in the area of diagnostic imaging.
We use radioactive drugs basically to diagnose and treat various medical conditions.
Nuclear medicine is a broad field. It is greatly advancing in the future. The job outlook is growing. It is amazing. It's truly fascinating in my opinion.
Everything has been super welcoming, super easy to be able to be introduced to, and the information is gripping, and I've always felt engaged no matter what I'm doing.
The Nuclear Medicine Technology program is an accelerated 3-year Bachelor of Science degree. Students complete their first year consisting of prerequisite courses in order to start the nuclear medicine sequence. Students will move to the Grand Rapids campus and do 4 semesters in a row, including summers, in the laboratory and lecture area that we have here in Grand Rapids. The third year of the program is a full-time internship that students perform at one of our clinical internship sites that we have throughout Michigan.
The program prepares me for my career just because we mix radionuclide doses, we practice on the MCAs, we practice doing a lot of like safety procedures and quality control.
I am learning everything that I feel that I need. We get these real world concepts all done inside of a classroom.
This program is very unique in that it's the only nuclear medicine technology program in Michigan. It's unique as well because of the medical specialty that we focus on in this program. A lot of people don't know much about the nuclear medicine field, but it's a very common medical diagnostic science.
We're using concepts of healthcare directly into labs. So like we've done intravenous injections, we've made radiopharmaceutical kits, learn about the thyroid, we get to do biology. a little bit of radiopharmacology. It's fun.
For the program, it's definitely a hands-on approach. The lab, the technology, the equipment, the gamma cameras that they use is very niche to healthcare, where no other department will ever use anything similar.
We practiced like thyroid uptake, and we got to use the probes for that, which was fun. We got to practice drawing each other's blood and like IVs and that stuff, which that was really hands-on and that was fun. So that lab class just has a lot of physical things that are interesting.
My favorite part about the program is that it's sort of smaller, so we're all very close and really good friends. I would say it's a really good major if you like helping people.
Our placement rate, job placement rate, is 100% for graduates that finish the program and complete the certification exam at the end. So it leads to a well-paying and very interesting job.
I'm passionate about nuclear medicine, and I do my best to advance the nuclear medicine community and help guide students through the path that I went on. It's always evolving, it's always changing, but nuclear medicine isn't going anywhere.
Juno was mad, he knew he'd been had, so he shot at the sun with a gun. Shot at the sun with a gun. Shot at his wily one, only friend.
In the gallows or the ghetto, in the town or the meadow, in the billows, even over the sun, every end of a time is another begun. You understand mechanical hands, or the ruler of everything. Ruler of everything. I'm the ruler of everything. In the end.
Do you like how I dance? I got draconian pants.
Consequential enough to slip you into a trance.
Do you like how I walk? Do you like how I talk?
Do you like how my face disintegrates
your job?
I have a wonderful wife, I have a powerful job. She criticizes me for being egocentric.
You practice your mannerisms into the wall.
If this mirror were clear, I'd be standing so tall.
Saw you stop her over clovers on the side of the hill.
I was observing the birds.
The kill. I've been you, I know you, your facade is a scam.
You know you're making me cry, this is the way that I am. I've been living a lie, a metamorphical scheme.
Detective undercover brotherhood, objective obscene.
Oh no, no, oh yeah. sell, another story to tell, another time we swinging the bell. Do you hear the clock stop when you reach the end? No, you know it must be never ending. Comprehend if you can, but when you try to pretend to understand, you resemble a fool. But you only are meant to give it up and smile.
Understand mechanical hands, or the ruler of everything. Ruler of everything. I'm the ruler of everything in the end. Without looking down, gliding around like a bumbling dragon, I fly, scraping my face on the sky. Oh no, no, oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Anayanzin Oviedo, and this is my Bulldog story. The Criminal Justice Law Enforcement Academy is preparing us to be a real police officer, specifically in Michigan because of our schools. I wake up at 5:30, I'll get dressed for the day in my physical training uniform, then we'll come back to school and we'll start the instruction for the day. Usually we do that class all day. I don't really dread anything. I do love to get up for class, and I don't mind that it's class all day. Typically we'll start at 9 o'clock, but of course 15 minutes early. We'll be here by 8:45. We'll do that class for the day. You learn to move with purpose and practical, realistic things that could happen. You know, it's not a matter of if, it's when. It's a lot of fun. We really get to get hands-on with things. Looking back in my past college classes, you know, they're good, they're very educational, but like right now, I feel like I'm really learning what I'm gonna need. I don't know, I think I almost want to say you have to have what it takes. You have to understand that sometimes it takes a lot from you, but that's okay. The recruits and I, we all get along pretty well. We're with each other 24/7, it feels like, but there's times where I will miss them after class, and you know, we'll study together, we'll do homework together. Occasionally we'll hang out together, you know, outside of classwork. After graduation, I would like to go into the state police. Something I've always wanted to do, pretty much since early high school is when I decided, and I've stuck with it, so obviously it means I must like it, right? Don't give up. It's a lot of fun. You'll like it. There's days where you're like, man, I wish I could get a couple more minutes of sleep, but you're gonna feel great after that workout. I could just see myself out there trying to solve a case. There's kids out there who need help. There's adults who need help. Everyone needs help. I would really like to give justice to those people. I would like to help them.
First, you'll move in. Explore campus. Make your first music video. Animate a logo. Create a documentary. Stream sports. Produce live television. Collaborate with others. And make an impact. Learn how to capture the moment in television and digital media production at Ferris State University.
With new programs including project management, data science and analytics, economics, and professional esports production, the College of Business at Ferris State University opens doors to graduates for new and innovative careers.
That major really helps with distinguishing myself against other candidates.
Lots of our students are on fast track to upper level management.
This is the right time to get into it and understand and grow.
Job placement rate is almost 100%.
The College of Business at Ferris State University. Apply today.
My name's Lex, and this is my bulldog story. I'm Lex. I'm a first-generation environmental bio student. I am the oldest of 5 siblings, and in my free time I like to travel and hike. I grew up all over the place. My mom kind of moved me around a lot, so I was in Luther almost throughout high school. I started working at Burger King, and then I was like, maybe that's not what I want to do. Maybe I want to do something more in the job force. I thought maybe I wanted to work at a greenhouse and then work into the Peace Corps. But then after working at Burger King so long, I was like, no, I think I want to go to school. My parents pushed me to go to college, but it was kind of always for them. So it was like, oh, you should go to college so you can get a good job and then you can take care of us. And I feel like that kind of steered me away from college after I got out of high school because I didn't feel like it was for me. And I was like, well, why would I do this really hard thing if it's not for me? And then after a while, I realized that that is what I wanted, and it is for me at the end of the day. I actually knew someone who graduated from the environmental bio degree. And he was telling me that like on hikes, this guy could just name like every single plant. And I was like, I want to do that. So that's what I chose. Currently, I'm really hoping to work for the National Park Service as like a field biologist. And then after I save up enough money, transition into regenerative agriculture. I'm a resident advisor, so really I just like take care of residents and I make sure that like everyone's safe and I work the desk. And I've liked that so far. I feel like it's given me a space to like focus on homework because like I can work at the desk as well. At first it was kind of hard because I felt like really out of place and like maybe I was kind of the only one struggling and like I felt like I didn't belong and I had to like work 10 times harder to prove that I belonged. But I'm finally starting to realize that like I do belong. Like there's so much out there for first generation students. Like I just got accepted to the first generation honor society. So like there's more of us. There's resources for us and like we belong. So I just noticed how many resources there were for us and they were always like reaching out and like I just didn't feel as alone.
Come on in, my feathered friend.
Goodbye. I mean,
goodbye. Come on in, my feathered friend. A pleasure doing business with you.
Sanford is a cute little community. It's got a big heart. It's got a lot of stuff to do. It's got the lake, of course, a huge park right in the dead center of town. It's got walking trails like the rail trail. It's got Veterans Memorial Park. It's got Pine Haven, so a ton of outdoor activities, small enough you can walk down to the hardware, that you can go to the grocery. Just a cute little community.
I would describe Sanford as a community full of the most tenacious individuals you will ever meet. I think of the Founders Day Parade. Of course, Sanford Lake. It is a huge landmark, one that a natural beauty that many within the region choose to come and spend their summers on the beach or out on the water. And so Sanford is a place that's known for its nature and also known for, again, the history that comes with that nature through events like Founders Day and some of the others that celebrate the historical aspects of our community.
Flooding was an annual event in Sanford. As a child, I can remember different areas flooding, like where the ballparks are, different things like that, right south of the dam. And my dad was fire chief from 1947 to 1997, and there was always talk about every time there was floods and heavy rains and things like that, what if the dam fails? And having your dad be the fire chief, you get to hear a lot about what's going on with the floods. So I grew up with it.
Flooding in Sanford is a biannual occurrence. Every spring and every fall it floods, but it is mainly contained to the ballpark. The ballpark in Sanford is where the dam's located, so it would fill up the ballpark and go downstream, but it never really affected the community as a whole. But every year, spring and fall, depending upon the rain, it was a given.
I remember distinctly heading out that morning, May 19th, and I went on a home visit with myself and our Dean of Students, Miss Amy Boxey. We actually traveled up to Beaverton, and by the time we got back, we couldn't even get back across Saginaw Road, right by where the bridge is near the baseball diamonds. And, her and I looked, and she's been a lifelong member of the community. I was in a little bit more of a heightened sense of concern, and she indicated, this isn't abnormal. But to the level that we saw that day, no one could have ever anticipated what was going to happen.
The dams, the watershed going up through that lead into Sanford, which go down the Tittawassee out to the Saginaw Bay then, they started up with Secord Dam, then Smallwood, then Edenville, and then the Sanford Dam.
The day before the dam failed, my husband was sleeping and I was listening to the news, and it finally got to the point where alarms started going off on the phone. So that night we grabbed a few things and went to a hotel. Not thinking too much of it, but just to be on the safe side. And then I went home and we packed up a few things, pictures, tax records, not thinking too much of it. Then we got word that the upper dam broke, and we grabbed the dog food bin and the dog and jumped in our cars and bugged out.
As soon as the Edenville Dam failed, we implemented the dam failure plan. There was no hesitation on anybody's part because we knew that Sanford would fail as well. So the timeline was, as soon as we got word, we started executing the plan. And then we knew the water would take, according to the plan, 1 hour and 50 minutes to 2 hours to reach Sanford. But part of the plan was to shut down US 10 and get traffic rerouted as soon as possible.
Our main concern was what we were going to come back to. We got a credit card, we can get a hotel room, we're out, we're safe, but what the potential damage of the dam failure was going to be, again, we thought that maybe we'd get a couple feet of water and be cutting out drywall and replacing carpet, but we never imagined what we came home to.
The staff at Meridian Public Schools was insistent that they weren't going to sit idle or wait for the organizations to come in, that we needed to do something immediately. And so cohesively, they set up a distribution flyer that they were going to publish within their own communities to seek donations. That propelled really a sequence of events that transformed Meridian Elementary School from an academic setting to a crisis response center for months. And we began contacting individuals who could help with those efforts.
Just about every way in and out of Sanford had been shut off. The US 10 bridge was damaged. The westbound lane, the eastbound lane remained shut down until they could be inspected. The bridge over the Tittawassee River on Meridian Road was shut down because of damage. To get from the west side of the lake, where we were at Station 1, to the east side of the lake, was about an hour and a half drive. You had to go way up around Houghton Lake and back around, come down through Bay City and come in that way. So travel was just about impossible.
Our home looked like somebody came through and just shook it like a snow globe. Refrigerators were completely toppled over. Dressers were on top of beds. It just literally, the whole entire house was flipped. We had to use snow shovels to shovel the mud out to even make paths to get in to see if anything was salvageable, because you were stuck up to your mid-calf in mud. We did have a lot of volunteers come by and want to help. There were a lot of people who could save a lot of stuff because they didn't have as much damage as us, but when it came down to it, we turned a lot of people away because their efforts would have been greater trying to clean out other people's houses and even get it to the road where we knew ours was going to have to be demoed. Years before, Sanford Dam had been worked on and fixed. And then the dams up in Edenville, it was known that there was issues. I believe it was the year before the water levels were dropped because they needed to work on some stuff. And then the water levels got brought back up and there was still trying to figure out the repairs. So we knew that there was repairs that were needed to be done. I don't think anybody really realized what the magnitude of the repairs or what the consequences really would have been.
Personally, I'm amazed how much has happened in 2.5 years. I've seen other areas around the country in my travels where they've had natural disasters and they never come back. Just about all the businesses that were impacted are back open again. Sanford has come an amazing long ways. We're fortunate to have the leadership we do in this area, or when to happen.
When you look at the response that we saw within this community, really attests to the passion and the tenacity of the individuals that live here within Sanford. Words can't even express the gratitude I have for the individuals themselves that have continued now for 3 years to help ensure that the village of Sanford and the individuals within the Sanford community can continue to celebrate what it means to be a member of the village of Sanford.
Happy birthday to me. Do you want to go on a walk? Like we used to? Listen, I know we've hit a rough patch, but I really think that we can work through this. We used to talk. We used to be best friends, and now it feels like we're strangers. Maybe it's best that we part ways. Do you really mean that?
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, God.
I do not want this answer out there.
Oh. You guys plug your ears.
First kiss was at a summer camp I worked at in the kitchen by the Friars.
My first kiss was in 4th grade, and his name was Glenn Phoenix.
Wasn't good. That's okay, though. It was so romantic.
I was going into 6th grade, and I really wanted my first kiss because all my friends had their first kiss.
It was very awkward.
It's okay.
Oh my first kiss was terrible.
So I was at my cousin's house, and they had neighbors that were our age, and he was like, we should kiss, and I was like, oh, for sure. And so we kissed, and then I never talked to him again.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. It was for a bet. I made $10.
I guess it would have to be when I was like 4. My brother married me off to our neighbor. That'd be the first kiss on the lips.
It was in my basement. It was a little weird. That's about all I can say. It's really awkward.
Over the summer, I was at State Park. I hella linked, and then it just kind of happened.
It was at a place called Campus Kids back when I was like, what was it? I was like 15. It was at Tioga downtown. Not until college. I don't know. What was it? It was pretty late, and we were just outside for some activity. I think it was pretty much after we were done playing tennis, and then yeah, he was going kiss, and that was it.
First real kiss was probably 7th or 8th grade when I moved over to Wisconsin.
I told my parents I was going to be at church, and I skipped it.
It was my freshman year in Sturgis, Michigan, and I was trying to get this dude to leave because my parents were coming.
It was really bad, and I was like a sophomore in high school, and he had coffee breath, so it was not good. I tried to forget it.
And he was like, Olivia, kiss me first. And I kissed him, and that's it. And then he left.
It was a lonely and rainy night outside of a fraternity party in the driveway, and there was a supple-looking man, and it just happened. So we'll leave it at that. I am straight, though. I will clarify that.
My first kiss was in 2nd grade, playground.
First girlfriend, I think we had gone to see a movie or something. We're sitting in my little Mazda Protege 5.
This kid named Isaiah bit my tongue so hard.
I pull into her driveway to drop her off. It's nighttime. We're like trying to be quiet so we don't wake anybody up. And I'm like, what about a little smooch? Like, I was like, nothing serious, just a little peck, you know.
Hard, where I could not eat anything. It was bruised on the side of my lip, bruised on the side of my tongue. He didn't know how to kiss, and I was bruised that day.
We just did a little peck. She went inside and called her a night.
Isaiah, you know what you did.
The event today, A Scoop of Color, was designed and is being delivered by the HSMG 402 event management students. These are students that are interested in a professional career in the event industry. And as a course project, we start with an idea that identifies a need in their community.
We first, as a group, came up with so many different ideas. And then we had a survey where we dwindled down to like 3 ideas, and then we couldn't decide between a glow run or an ice cream social. And so we just combined the 2 because why not?
To design this event, they knew they wanted to address mental and physical health. They know that's a need, right, in today's generation. And so as they came forward with the idea for this event, it was necessary for them to kind of poll the student population. So they ran a series of surveys, and those surveys asked everything from what type of activity are you most interested in being offered on our campus, to what time of day should we be hosting this? A run is traditionally in the morning, but we knew from our student population they were more interested in something in the early evening. This is the first run that's ever been hosted by our program. We've done everything from conferences to galas to fundraisers to social events, but this is the first actual run, and so we're all really excited to be a part of it.
I'm looking forward to seeing the turnout, because the entire time I've been sitting here going, I believe people are going to show up. I believe people are going to show up. And now I'm just like, okay, I actually am ready to see everybody come and enjoy and just have a break from everything.
3, 2, 1, let's go!
We've ran a few fundraisers together, and we're old co-workers, and we like to do this, and this is like a fun one to do, and the weather's pretty decent for the occasion.
I love it. I love today's theme. Like, I wish it was like this a lot.
Any chance to get Ferris students interacting and bringing the community in any way that we can, a fun run, a walk, a crawl, let's do it.
We have with us the people that are ready to party hard. So I want to see you dancing, and let's get our glow on. The Lazy Susan.
it gives everyone a chance to come outside, do something fun, listen to good music, and hopefully just have a good time. Especially with the run aspect, even if that's not something you want to do, it gives something where people can go outside and be active and, you know, build on themselves.
I think this is creative, and I mean, honestly, it looks like fun. Everybody's dressed up and like unique, so I think there should be more of it.